Welcome to Crossvault Conversations. I'm Mary Lou Long, co-CEO of Crossvault Capital Management.
And I'm Laura Ehrenberg-Chesler. We're here today for the second part of our conversations with Ernesto Bromley, CEO of Bromley Communications. Ernesto, thank you again for being here.
Thank you.
In this second part of our Crossvault Conversations, we wanted to focus on education here in San Antonio in general, but also specifically as it applies to the Hispanic or Latino population.
When you talk to working class pressing issue facing our communities, and they're going to tell you education. And it gets expressed mostly in dropout rates and so forth. Yeah, and look at Texas. Texas is a very large Hispanic state. Texas will, by conservative numbers, is projected by 2020 to become majority Hispanic in Texas. I would project that it would probably happen around 2016 or 2018. So it's less than 10 years from now. And this trend's already in place. We don't need any more migration. As the Anglo population ages, it's dying off because they're not replenishing, they're not having enough babies to replenish the population that's dying. And so, along with them, education attainment levels is going with them. And so, as Hispanics continue to grow and continue to have babies and so forth, and become the majority population of the state, by 2040, Hispanic population will be about 64% of Texas, and the Anglo population of Texas will be around 22 to 24%. And San Antonio, if you look at the workforce, I mean, we have done a wonderful job growing our economy in San Antonio. Our city planners and chambers really have done a remarkable job, and we have grown very nicely, particularly in the last 20 years. The higher wage jobs in San Antonio are actually on a scale that's competitive to other markets and so forth. And the reason that is because there's so few of us. And so we can command a larger salary than we should in this region.
Meaning people with higher education, when you say
people with
so
higher
few
education.
ladies.
So as a result, we don't have as much competition for that same job. And so as a result, that drives our salary rates up from an economic point of view. And so then San Antonio has an abundance of low-wage workers, which to me, we have a ripe opportunity to upgrade that worker. They're here, and so all we got to do is get them to finish high school, and we go through high school and then on into college. Or vocational training, and so all this effort really spurred people to go to college, and it was mostly Anglo. Now, Mexican Americans that were around during that time, the African Americans were around that, they took advantage of GI Bill too. And I will tell you, the Mexican Americans that were here during World War II probably exhibit the same educational attainment patterns that the Anglos do. The problem we have is that the migration that has come through from Mexico primarily through all these years, and this migration has been going on since Texas became part of the United States in 1845. So it's been going on well over 150 years. And so, but we're getting campesinos, and what I mean by that is this is poor people that decided that 50 cents a day in Mexico was no longer acceptable, and we're going to El Norte, and we're going to seek the American dream. And so they go through all kinds of hardships, they risk their lives and families, and they come here, and sure enough, they get a decent job. They're able to make $5 an hour, maybe $10 an hour, sometimes a little more, and that money in their pocket, and life is better for them. And you go and talk to these people, and they don't think they're poor. They know what poor is. Then they come here, and their children are going through middle school, 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, they drop out, 10th grade. The child has already surpassed the standards of what their parents have. So in essence, they are improving their situation. But what we need to do is find a way to break that poverty cast. That's what America's about. Bring us your huddled masses. We give them the opportunity. We need for them to come in and really take advantage of the American dream. Use it and abuse it. We want them to. And so kids going through and getting higher education, they will expect the same with their own children. And then there'll be more role models and all this stuff. And that's what happened in the Anglo community. So that's why by 2040 in Texas, almost half the Anglo population will have a college degree or more. And while Hispanics are sitting around with 9%, we got to find a way to get that 50% not finishing high school. By 2040, it's projected to go down to 32%. We need to drop all the way down to single digits. We need more people finishing high school, and 29% finishing high school isn't enough. That's what it is right now. It stays flat by 2040. We need that to move up to 40%, 50% or higher, and get the Hispanic community to at least achieve 40% in some college or more, and so forth. And so this is the big quest, and there are many people concerned about this. Employers are very concerned about this, and I'm personally now working on how do we put together a mass communications program that's supported by the community and promote the value of education to our populations.
It certainly seems as though you and your firm, Bromley Communications, are in a perfect position to be able to help our community do that.
Well, thank you. I'm not viewing this as a Bromley Communications effort. The idea is to essentially come up with a mini version of the Ad Council and invite all the ad agencies of San Antonio and so forth to become part of this oversight group that develops the ideas and all this sort of stuff. We all need to get to this.
This issue impacts everyone, not just the Latino
Absolutely.
community.
Absolutely. We all need to get to this, and we need to give it freely to solve this problem.
Well, we hope you'll come back and visit with us as soon as your initiative has developed a little bit more, and tell us about what you all are doing and how you've developed your San Antonio Ad Council.
Okay. Be happy to.
Ernesto, thank you so much. We really appreciate your time, and we look forward to having you back with us at Crossvault Conversations.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Gracias. Appreciate it.
De nada.